is the fall finale of season 2 of Empire. And guess who's guest star tonight?
Man.
The one and only, the BR-18.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
So, Brett, you're the second person to guest star on the Empire from Dish Nation.
The second.
Yeah.
Gary. No, sir, no, ma'am. You are a picture on the wall, frozen like this. And she is actually guest starring.
Did you speak to someone?
My picture spoke.
Yeah.
Make no error need.
So, Brad, what's your role? What are you playing?
Oh, man, I am a blast from the past. I'm like one of Cookie's friends when she was an inmate. And my name is Jezzy.
Ooh, Jezzy.
So if you remember last week, Rosie O'Donnell was like, oh, my God, those girls miss you so much. And I'm Jezzy, who she spoke of. Shout out to Rosie. Hey, girl.
Now, Brad, how did Jezzy get in prison?
Yeah.
Jezzy don't like to talk about that. She did something violent, and then she got into an altercation in prison, and she ended up getting life in prison.
That means Jazzy is a killer.
Well, you're just going to have to watch tonight, girl, the finale.
Come on, cliffhanger.
A friend of mine wants to know how you got that part, just in case my friend wants to audition for the show and be on it.
Well, see, what had happened was I met Lee Daniels like a long time ago with Mariah Carey before when he had did a movie with her called Tennessee, like one of his first movies. We kicked it on her roof in New York at her penthouse and in the hot tub and sipped wine and played music. And then he ended up putting a song that I played for him on the Precious soundtrack. So I was like, okay. So anyway, fast forward, Empire came out, and I was like, oh my God, I love this show. I really want to be on this show. I DM'd Lee, so he called me because he hadn't checked the DM yet, and he was like, Brett, this is Lee Daniels, girl. Where are you? I need you. And I was like, get the out of here. He's like, girl, I want you on the show. I have a part just for you. What he said was, you gonna play Cookie's love interest. And I was like,
Come on, Cookie.
I was like,
Prison love interest.
So anyway, I didn't have to play Cookie's love interest, although Cookie's
man.
beautiful and all that. Oh, man.
Yeah, you said
I was hoping there'd at least be like some flashback footage of this case.
No, there was no cuddling.
Back rub.
I was nobody's bitch. She's nobody's
Nobody's bitch.
No,
Wrestling.
you didn't know that.
But that's so amazing. Though. That's similar to how my picture got on the show.
You know who else is nobody's bitch? Porsha Williams, honey. You better serve the children, honey. What had happened?
Your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Porsha Whipham Williams has been vindicated. Why? Cynthia Bailey basically bowed down and conceded that she was in the wrong in the fight that happened on last Sunday's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Really?
I know. Why would she concede? She was not in the wrong, honey. If some
Gary.
Gary, have your
if
girls back
somebody could
on.
tell you smack, honey, you do what she did.
So last week's episode was you and Cynthia getting into it, and it finished with to be continued.
Well, let's get back to the original point. Cynthia says she was wrong, and she takes the blame for this fight.
Yo,
That's
And I
right,
can
Kellie.
appreciate
She
that.
recently wrote on her latest Bravo TV blog, looking back, I think I may have misjudged Porsha's intentions and overreacted. In her blog, Cynthia also explains how I got to that level. She said, our hands and fingers were all over the place. And the next thing I knew, Porsha was straddling over me. As I was laying down, looking up at her, I had a flashback of the physical altercation that she had with Kenya at the reunion.
You know what? Getting out of here.
There's more. Wait for it.
What?
I began to feel threatened, and the situation became uncomfortable. I had to figure out how to protect myself and my personal space.
That's right.
That sounds like an attorney wrote that for her or somebody prepared that speech.
How do you have a flashback from a situation that did not happen to you?
To you.
What is that?
So, Porsha, at the end of the day, she issued out an apology. Is the apology accepted?
It's absolutely accepted, Cynthia. And I totally get it. I have had compassion for you from the very get-go, and, you know, I accept the apology. Now, next weekend, it may not look like it, but I do now.
Baby, I heard you weren't subscribed to our channel. You better click on that button right there down below.